I just don't like it. Within pipes, sorry. So I still sort of stick to the old school of thought, which is slap some bridges in to prioritise your lines. It doesn't quite work how it used to anymore, as somebody pointed out to me the other day, but it's still a better way of dealing with it, in my opinion. I kind of want to see what this geyser is. On the same token, if it's not a metal geyser, I'm going to be very salty. Right, now that we've broken through here, let's break some of this open. Okay, I'm sort of trying to reveal this area because we were getting some cooling from this earlier in the game, if you remember. There was no abyssalite here, so this area over here is already at like 40 degrees. So I want all this to sort of just try and cool the area off a little bit. And this mixed with our cold CO2 will really start cooling down some of these surface tiles so we can collect these slickers a bit easier. We're already at like 60 degrees here, which is pretty sweet. So we'll wrangle our slicksters. That will be the dream. Domineering, good evening. How are you? How's it going? Bridges don't have the house speed which is not normal forking. Oh yeah, you're talking about Kasua's post. Yeah, there's a thread on the forums by Kasua about merging forking lines with bridges as well if you've got a closed... if one of your lines is closed. Damn it, Abe. What the fuck? I don't actually know what the major use of that is, to be fair. I didn't quite understand the thread. I've not looked at it all that much yet. It seemed to be a little bit situational, but I don't really know. Okay. Right, let's carry on down here with this now. Desodes, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, buddy. How's it going? How are you this fine day? Okay. So yeah, we've just got to do a little bit of digging for now, just to try and get a few things tidied up and sorted out. Which is kind of important. And then once we've freed all this out, we've got an area to store all our oil then and deal with our CO2 a bit better. As I say, this natural gas is going to cause a little bit of a ball ache, but it'll be alright. It'll be okay. I'm very well, thank you, Domi. Very well. I'll let the thread over a bit. Seems that overcomplicating something I'll get back to easily, making the efficiency moot. Yeah, I didn't quite understand the uses of it, but I'm assuming there'll be something. I didn't quite get it myself, truth be told. Right. Okay, so this is what was overheating before. Have we got anything down here? I know about this thing here. Have we got any oil wells? Holy shit, this was fucking spawned on lava. No wonder it fucking melted. Look at the tiles are gonna melt. These tiles are actually gonna melt. What temperature do these melt at? Oh no, they're not. Holy shit. Oh, these are made of obsidian, aren't they? What are the ladders made out of? Neutronium. Okay. Well, shit. Okay, let's go and have a nosy at this geyser. Actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. Before we do that, let's level this off a little bit. Let's do you. Let's slap a tile in here. And then we'll level this off. Got an oil reservoir down here as well. So we've got at least 2 oil reservoirs that we can see, which is kind of cool. Okay, once this is done, we're going to do just a dig all the way over here, I think. And we'll try and get some of this oil leveled out. Drop the level a bit. Which will be fine. How much algae have we got? We've got 560 kilos. Shit. That is not the most. Get all that done. I've just realised as well, we've probably got people in exosuits that aren't really very good in exosuits. Let's put Camille and Nicola. Oh shit, no, let's Ada can't build, can she? We went through this last time. Let's put Nicola over here. Can she be a specialist? Yes. Okay, I'll make him a bit quicker. Eventually we'll get more people trained up to use the exosuits, but for now we'll just sort of deal with what we've got. Which is fine. We are starting to get a little bit of plastic, by the way. We're at 5 tons now, so that is good for starters. That will allow us to put some traps and stuff down. And we have actually freed quite a few slicksters now, which is cool. Very good. Why don't you level your dupes? Or job stack, you know. When you say they stack, what do you mean? As in the attributes they get. Okay, these need to not be running for a bit. These might overheat a little bit. Let us slap a thermosensor in. Mop that. The water isn't running off, you see. There we go. What do we want? Refinement. That should be fine. If you have a dupe that's completed building job, he keeps the +2 building if he changes from that job. They'll keep the highest skill. Why won't you disable this instead of working it? Why won't you disable this, you jerk? Are the high-level mining tools that can be used with the exosuits? No, the exosuits give them a buff in themselves, really. So they get enhanced sort of digging abilities, if you like. But no, realistically, they just get traits from their occupations more than anything. Fall down. fall down? Big jerk. Okay, let's get all this shit tidied out. Let's also dig out all of you. Okay, this cold CO2 from our coal gens is really going to help, but eventually it will be too cold for slicksters, so I'm just going to use it to give us a bit of a boost in the area, keep things a bit more chill down here, stop our mushrooms from cooking and stuff like that. And then we'll use that cold CO2 for something else, I think. We're ultimately going to have CO2 from our natural gas gens when we finally get some set up. Which is again something I want to get done tonight, ideally. That would be good. Wait, you need to be a certain profession to use exosuits now? Ideally you need to be an exosuit specialist because you get a perk from it, basically. So they run faster in exosuits. And to be an exosuit specialist, you basically need to be cross-trained in... what is it? You need to be in level 2, tier 3 supply and tier 2 engineer, and then you can basically become an exosuit engineer. So, eventually I will cross-train everybody, but for now I'm just not that bothered. Okay. How are we getting on down here? I don't know if it's worth us exploring this corner as well. Maybe we'll do like a little dig down here. Okay. That is not a bad start in tidying some of this out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you? Yeah, I know this isn't the most riveting of stuff to be watching, but if it helps us out later on. We'll need to also try and get all this petroleum and stuff gathered, or separated from in here anyway. At some point we'll try and skim it all off the surface. When all of our liquids are at one level, it makes it much easier to gather. And I might just slap a filter on the main oil pump, I don't know yet. So, get rid of this stuff. Is there a limit to how much cross-train a dupe can have? No, but they'll only take the stress negative, they only take from the highest trait. So if you've made all your dupes like, I think tenured scientists and exosuit engineers, these are like the highest you can get, tier 6, these traits here, they will take the stress negatives from this, the decor expectation, the food expectation. I'm not sure, do all the traits, do all of the attributes stack infinitely? So I didn't think they did, I think it just caps anyway. I could be wrong unless, again, that's another change I've missed. 1, 2, 4. Make some snazzies and for fuck's sake do the mess hall. I will, Max. I'll do it in a minute. I'm busy. Does the overpressurized polluted water tank give off polluted water? Yes. Pioneer, good evening. How are you, buddy? How are you, mate? Tenorial, it does, but if you're looking to get polluted oxygen, there is a much better way of doing it, which is basically make sure you've got as much surface area as possible. I.e., what you'll basically want to do is have like a radiator, like lines of polluted water inside of it, like a grill, a rib cage of polluted water, for example. The more surface area you've got above the polluted water, the better. That'll sort of give you more area for the water to off gas. There is another way of doing it that people have done with I can't remember who it is on the forums, but he's got a build where he shows like a small little build but super high pressure, overpressured liquid, making a single tile, a single blob of oh, I did these lads at the wrong height, of polluted oxygen. But I can't remember for the life of me who it was that I saw did it on the forums. Right. Okay. So we've nearly got to a lot of these slicksters. We've nearly sorted them all. Let's see. 1, 2. I'll do. Okay. I said this is just one of them annoying little fiddly jobs where there's lots of different bits and bobs to dig out, but once it's done, it'll make life a lot easier. We'll get rid of all this shit as well. Okay, we are out of algae, so we might have to start pumping in some warm oxygen into the base. But it'll be fine. I'll go and do Mex's mess halls and shit in a minute. That's what I'm going to do, otherwise they'll keep shouting at me. Fact. Let's map out a mess hall now. Do I want to keep these or just bin them off for something else? I'm not decided where food's going to be produced yet, that's the only thing. I normally have the mess halls near the food. I can use conveyors to take the food anywhere, I suppose. Bollocks to it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay. I'll just slap some mess halls down before Mex shouts at me anymore, because honestly, he's starting to hurt my feelings a little bit. Yeah, we'll get this done. We'll build it here. Stations. I do need to keep my jobs board somewhere. That's absolutely perfect. And we'll also need a grill putting back in at some point. We need to set up some storage rooms as well so we can start clearing some of this shit out of the base. Because it is an absolute mess at the minute. Got shit everywhere. There's a that'll do. Oh, and you were talking about snazzy suits. Tell you what, let me make 2 more Atmo suits, and then we'll slap down a textile factory, whatever it's called. How are we doing for oxygen? Not the worst. Sorry, not been reading chat again. Ugh. Like you said 2 streams ago. Shut up, Max! I thought the cap is 20 and the job's stackable, so you could have plus 26 traits. With the vacillators, you can go beyond that. I thought it was 23. It might be 26 now. I can't remember. Yeah, sure, I don't want polluted oxygen. Everything has to be clean, I see. You know, life, it's not Max's fault. You need to be kept in line and on track. Listen, my channel is called The Bearded Procrastinator. That means I often get distracted and end up doing something else instead of the thing that I've said I'm going to do. Right? It's not my fault. I'm an idiot. Get off my case, you jerks. Let's make some med base. that's what we need to do next. Jesus. I think we'll make a couple of med bays up here. Why not? Make a med bay on each side. And then I want some roofs, some crops or something as well. And then we're going to do more hatches down here. Sort of trying to decide where I want things to go. These, obviously these algae deoxidize will go ultimately. I'm going to need space for toilets. So, yeah, let's slap some med bays up here. Let's see, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 48 tiles, and med bay can be 96. What do we need for med bay? Is it just a toilet? Toilet and a single mess table. Jerk. Right, we'll put a normal toilet in for now. I don't want to do the floating mess table because it does my head in. So we'll just slap a mess table in the corner. And then we'll slap a sink in as well. Plumbing. What do I want? Medicine. Sink. That should be fine. Yeah, there'll be no statues in here. We'll put a flower in instead. How about that? Boop. That'll be fine. Some random black fluff. Okay, so we'll have a little mess room up here. Fucking hell, med bay up there. Do the same thing over here. We should now have enough mess tables, I think, for everybody. Which will be good. So... I'll do that. Sink. And we'll have a toilet as well. Where is it? Plumbing. That will do fine. Ladder pole doorway. Yes.